What's up, techies? I want to talk about the budget phone that has caught everybody by surprise, and that's the Honor 5X. Last year, the budget phone that caught everybody's attention was the Moto G, and rightly so. It was a great phone for a great price. But this year in 2016, it's the Honor 5X, and I really don't see any other company producing another phone for the same price with the same quality. For only $199, you're getting a lot of flagship level qualities and characteristics out of this phone. The price was surprising to me, so I wanted to ask a few other people about what they thought the 5X cost. They've never seen the phone at all before, and I wanted to find out what they thought the phone cost. Alright, have you ever seen this phone before in your life?
No, I have not.
Does it look familiar at all?
Looks like a cell phone.
Okay. Just basically doing it to verify that, I'm not rigging this part.
Oh, right.
So if you could put a price tag on that phone, what would you put it on?
It's been a while since I've really looked at retail prices for phones, but I'd say retail or like with a plan.
Like full price.
600.
600?
Yeah.
What would you say if I told you that it was 200?
I'd be pretty impressed. I'd like to see what all it can do.
It's got a fingerprint sensor on the back. So that's how it unlocks the phone. It's pretty quick. And it's actually, you can load the camera. Camera's pretty good too.
Good quality camera.
Yeah, but it's a full metal body and off contract $200.
Dang. That's cheap.
Works on all
the construction
GSM.
Feels pretty decent as well. Feels good.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that phone before?
No, I have not.
Alright, does it look familiar at all?
It almost looks like an HTC.
So if you could put a price tag on that full retail price, what would you say it would be?
$450 to $550.
Okay, why do you say that?
Quality of the framework seems pretty sturdy. It's light, for one. Where are the speakers at? Okay.
What would you say?
It's almost like an iPhone speaker, so I mean they upcharge for their piece of junk. So, yeah, $450, $500, $550 maybe.
What would you say if I told you it was $200?
I'd say you're full of crap.
It's $200.
$200 for this phone.
Yeah. If you could put a price on that full retail, no contract, how much money do you think that phone costs?
Probably about $300.
$300?
Mm-hmm.
Off contract?
Yes.
Okay, just in comparison, like your Galaxy S5, your LG G3 at full retail price was about $600.
Correct.
Okay, so you think that's $300?
No, probably about $500 or $600.
Okay, so you think it's at the same level of quality
Yes.
as the other ones?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Let me show you a couple things too. It's got a fingerprint reader right here, so that unlocks the phone.
Cool.
And now you can.
Oh wow, that screen is really neat. Oh, that's great. I don't even have my glasses on, and I can see that. It's cool. What kind of phone is this?
It's called the Honor 5X. It's a brand new phone that just came out this month.
Oh wow.
And it's a GSM phone, so it doesn't work with Verizon, unfortunately, but it does work with AT&T and T-Mobile. And off contract, what if I told you it's actually $200?
Seriously?
It's $200. Any other first impressions you have about it?
The only thing it would be is not being able to use it with Verizon. That is the biggest downfall, because I'm a Verizon person.
So you think Verizon subscribers are missing out on this phone?
Yeah, I really do.
For $200 being off contract, it's a pretty good deal.
It is.
If I were to guess what the price was for this phone, it probably would have been around the same as what everybody else said, around $500, $600. And that's what leads me to my next point, what I like about this phone. The metal form factor of the 5X is what makes this device stand out so much. It feels like you're holding a $500 plus device in your hands, the same quality that you experience with today's top flagship phones, such as the Galaxy S6, the HTC One M9, Nexus 6P, just to name a few. Metal materials simply raise the quality of the device to the next level every time, making it a very smart move to make the Honor 5X with metal. Being that the materials are made of metal raises the question if the device is slippery or not. To me, it wasn't very slippery because of the size of the phone. The Honor 5X is sized just right for handling the phone with one hand. Now if my hands are dry and cold, it does increase the slipperiness, but then because my hands are larger, I'm able to actually handle the phone just fine. Not to mention, typically I have a case with all my devices. If your device is naked, the Honor 5X will give you peace of mind that it's not going to slip out of your hands. The fingerprint sensor is awesome on this thing. This is a really cool feature that I got used to using with the Nexus 6P with the fingerprint sensor on the back, and it's a very similar experience. The sensor has a metal finish with a capacitive touch feel. The sensor performs well and very responsive. Personally, I like the sensor placed on the home button area, but I've also grown to be accustomed to locating the sensor on the back ever since I started using the Nexus 6P. When using other devices, I tend to kind of reach for that area to unlock the phone, similar to the same experience that you had with the LG G3 and the G4, with the volume and power button on the back. You just kind of automatically start reaching towards that area. One of the benefits of the sensor being located on the back is when you put it in your pocket and when you pull it out, you can already have the phone unlocked by the time you look at the screen. Unlocking the phone in security isn't where the fingerprint sensor stops. It's actually got a handful of gestures that you can use with the fingerprint sensor. For example, you can link contacts with one gesture, you can swipe down for the notification drawer, double tap for recent apps, launch apps, snap pics, and answer calls. The Honor 5X takes the fingerprint sensor to the next level, and this is a feature that I want to see in all fingerprint sensors at this point, because it really does take it to that next level. It's not just about fingerprint security, but it's also just little things that make life easier. Screen quality, that was something that I was kind of interested about because it's not a 2K screen. Typically I like a 2K screen because they just look really good, but this is a perfect example of that you can't really tell too much of a difference between a 1080p screen and a 2K screen. The screen looks really good to me. The camera is a deal breaker for me on a phone. The camera has to perform well for me to use it as a daily driver. I love using a camera on the phone. So with the Honor 5X, I'm actually really pleased with the results. The camera app includes time-lapse, shutter controls, button action, slow-mo, focus options, and more. These are features that I look for in a camera app. If you want to see some examples, I'll post some online. You can follow the hashtag Bane5X, and I'll post some video samples and also some pictures. You can find those on Instagram and also Google+. Another really cool feature that I want to start seeing in every phone is dual SIM support. This is such a cool feature because if you have a personal line and a business line, you can have it into one device. You don't have to carry around two phones. Carrying around two phones can be kind of cumbersome at times, so it'd just be really nice to have just one device for all my needs. But if you don't want to use two SIMs, you can actually just use it for an SD card and a SIM card. I was very happy to see that the 5X comes with expandable memory. It's not a deal breaker per se for me, but if it's got low storage on internal storage, I need to have an SD card, and that's where the 5X comes through. Another really cool thing that I like about this phone is that it's really picked up on developer support. I'm the kind of guy, if I can, I will try to tinker, root, modify my phone. It's just fun for me to do, and this phone is going to be a great phone to have if you like to tinker with your phone. The price is obviously a great thing about this phone. It's only $199. You're getting a lot of phone for a real low cost. As you can see by now, the Honor 5X has some awesome things about it, but there's some stuff that I don't really care about, so let's talk about those real quick. The UI is probably one of the things I don't like about the phone the most. It's not bad, but it's not the best. The UI kind of reminds me of a mix between TouchWiz and LG's UI. There's some really cool features that I do appreciate about it, but it just doesn't look good to me. Personally, I think I would like something with more of a stock Android look, but keep the features that they have included. One of my biggest wishes for phones this year and onward is to have the compatibility on all networks. The Honor 5X is a GSM phone, meaning it will only work with T-Mobile and AT&T. Verizon works best in my area, and I would love to use this phone on Verizon. I'm really looking forward to the day that every phone works on any network. Unfortunately, there's no NFC support on this phone. Mobile payments is on the rise. Android Pay is doing everything it can do to become a major way for people to pay for products and services. More companies are adopting mobile payments, therefore NFC is a must-have feature. Not so much a deal breaker, but the speakers are not that great. They're good to get you by, but I definitely would not use them as the main sound source. I'm not too picky on placement of the speakers, but they do need to sound good. I do like having front-facing speakers like the Nexus 6P, but like I said, if it sounds good, it's not going to bug me too much where the speakers are placed. Another minor thing is button placement. The power button is below the volume buttons. Using the Nexus 6P for so long, and actually many other devices that have the power and the volume rockers on the same side have the power button on the top. So there's plenty of times where I accidentally press one button when I meant to press the other. As you can tell, the Honor 5X is an outstanding phone. For only $199, you're getting a really nice phone. If you're using AT&T or T-Mobile, you can't go wrong with this phone, unless if those features that I mentioned are deal breakers to you, you might want to look onto something else. But for real, like only $199, you're getting an awesome phone. The Honor 5X definitely set the bar for budget phones in 2016. Everybody else has a lot of work to catch up with these guys. The Honor 5X is definitely the phone to beat this year in the budget priced phone category. What's your thoughts? Is the 5X actually the budget phone of the year already? Or is there something else that you think that's going to come onto the scene and knock this guy off the #1 spot? Let me know down in the comments of what your thoughts are about this phone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also share it on your social networks, Google+, Twitter, and also Facebook. Subscribe to the channel so you can see more reviews like this, and until then, stay techie.